Are you facing challenges in your health? Then Dr. Suleiman Clinic and Labs is here to provide you with the lasting solutions to your health problems. Dr. Suleiman Clinic and Labs is specialized and offers consulting in psychiatry, internal medicine, cardiology, urology, dermatology, gynecology, infectious diseases, and infertility. At Dr. Suleiman Clinic and Labs, we offer 3D/4D scan at just 5,000 francs, emergency ambulance, free ultrasound scan, and free medical consultations. Our staff is composed of well-trained doctors with good laboratory and best equipment. We are located in 2 cities, Boya at Mile 18 Bulifamba, and in Douala, we are located at Entre Pilot. You can reach us through the telephone number 694-940-172. Your health is at the right place with Dr. Suleiman.
Now let's move on to a different structure, which is the fallopian tubes. What could be wrong with the fallopian tubes? We said already one thing, which is chlamydia. Chlamydia can cause internal adhesion. Blockage of those tubes basically is secondary to chronic chlamydia that has been taken care of for a very long time. So that is blockage of the tubes, okay? And that can lead to infertility, making chlamydia enemy number 1 to you if you want to have a baby. Now, the ovaries. Can we have a problem in the ovaries? Yes, we can have a couple of diseases. Most commonly, the one that stands against fertility and you having a baby is something called PCO, polycystic ovarian disease. Polycystic ovarian disease is manageable and you still can have a baby unless the PCO is combined with virilization. A lot of women come to me and say, the doctor has diagnosed me with PCO. We look at the uterus. It is not really a complication. So the woman is worried so much she cannot get pregnant. This is not a complication. PCO, unless it's combined with something called virilization, it's a problem. It might represent a problem. But even with that, we can, most doctors, specialists, they can take care of that scenario. But what is the problem here? What is virilization? Virilization, when you have androgen or hormonal, it changes in your body to the extreme point that now you have hair in your face, you have hair in your chest, your body is very much hairy, and that is virilization. Not only that, not only the hair, male distribution, hair distribution style, no, but we're talking about voice changes. Your voice becomes like a man voice, and that is a problem. That is a problem. That's what we call virilization. And it is degrees. We have mild, moderate, and severe. Okay? So if you have the severe form, then the treatment will take a lot longer than if you have just, multiple few cysts here and there in the ovaries without virilization. So that is the problem with the ovaries that can stand against fertility or having a baby. So now, so that is the structural abnormalities that we can find a problem when having a baby, when getting pregnant. But beside that, there is also another problem that can stand against fertility and having a baby. Which what? Hormones. Hormones. Let's play the first video. This is one of our success stories of a lady who visited me 4 months ago, and we did the ultrasound a couple of weeks ago, and she is pregnant. Can we please, if it's possible, we'll play that very first video. This is the pregnancy sac right here, and this circle here, that is, okay? Tell me, madam. Tell me your story now. You came, when did you come here before the first visit?
The first visit was around June. So I came here, I had a problem of...
That's 4 months ago.
Yes, 4 months ago.
Yes.
I had a problem of infertility. I've been struggling to take in, but it wasn't easy for me to take in. So
have you been to other places before coming here?
Yes, I've been to many places.
Many places.
But I did not get a better explanation until when I came here before. The
Right.
doctor told me that I had a problem with my high prolactin.
Yes.
So he started giving me treatment, and I followed up every bit of his treatment for 3 months, and finally I became pregnant.
Yes, you tested pregnancy test at home once, and you went to the hospital to confirm, and it was positive, and then you came to me today And now we further confirm that the pregnancy is inside the uterus. This is the pregnancy sac right here. And this circle here, that is the fetal pole. That means this is a valid pregnancy inside the uterus. The treatment took about 3 months, right? 3-month treatment. And the 4th month, she is already pregnant, right? We thank God for that. And then let's just gonna move forward a little bit, and then we're gonna measure this pregnancy, and let's see the gestational age, early pregnancy, and the gestational sac. Yes. Okay, well, please, I can take the text. I mean, this number has WhatsApp, so please, if you have questions, concerns, text me, and I will be more than happy to answer you. I see a lot of calls coming in. Okay, see, what is the problem with this lady? The lady came to me 4 months ago. Okay, she been to different places, she done a lot of tests, but it's nothing. For the last 2 years, she say or so, she been to a lot of places, but nothing. She cannot take it. So she came to me, we ran the infectious profile, and there is one thing a lot of people forget. The hormonal profile is very important. It's very easy, really. You can do the same thing at home, and I'm gonna teach you what to do. If you squeeze your breast hard enough, I know it's a bit painful maybe, but squeeze the breast hard enough and let any secretion out of the nipples. If you get discharge from the nipple, milky discharge, you know you have a problem with prolactin. Prolactin is a hormone coming from a gland in the brain called pituitary gland. Okay, so now if you get the milky discharge from that breast, you know that prolactin is high. And let me talk about prolactin for just 1 minute. Prolactin coming from the pituitary gland, when it's too much, that means we have an adenoma. We have a tumor inside that pituitary gland causing the prolactin to be high in secretion. That tumor could be very small, and as a result, the prolactin will be not as high. Or the tumor could be very big, and that prolactin will be very high. And when the tumor is big, it pushes against the chiasm of the eye, in the back of your eyes, and you feel pain in your eyes. If I touch your eyes like this, it's very hard and it's very painful. The pain is right here. That means there is an adenoma, big tumor growing in the pituitary gland in your head. So how high the prolactin level very much correlate to the size of that adenoma. Now, pregnant women, after they put to bed, they breastfeed, and that milk that comes out of the breast, who is responsible for it? The prolactin that is coming from the pituitary gland. So if the pituitary gland continues to secrete prolactin, you will continue to secrete milk or milky discharge from the breast. So if you see a feeding mother, can she get pregnant? She cannot get pregnant. Why? Because she is feeding. That means prolactin is high, and that's why the milk is coming out. So you cannot get pregnant when the prolactin is high, leading to milky discharge from the breast. Just to add one small point. Can men have high prolactin? Absolutely. And I seen a case with a tumor, with a big adenoma that is pushing against the chiasm of the eye, and the guy, severe headache. And so the answer was, the suspicion was prolactinoma that has been confirmed with a CT scan. So, but can the man also, if he has prolactin, can he secrete milk from his breast? The answer is no, because the structure of the breast of the man is not the same like the one of the woman. What is missing there? A hormone, another hormone called estrogen. So it's the combination, the presence of estrogen, that makes the discharge come out. You understand? Men don't have estrogen like women. So since the woman is the one having the estrogen, increasing prolactin will make her breast secrete milk. And that was the case with this woman. She came in, everything is normal, because nobody ever has checked her prolactin. So when we checked the prolactin, it was high. We gave the appropriate treatment, the prolactin dropped, boom, she got pregnant. I do not just do that. We have to put the woman in what we call a protocol. Like it's not actually stimulation. A lot of people use stimulation for the ovaries with a drug called Clomid. I don't want to say names, but anyway, this drug has a very bad side effect because it can make the ovaries multicystic and form a lot of cysts. When we form cysts in the ovaries, that is a space. You know, if a cyst is a space, okay, full of fluid. Now think with me for 1 second here. You're very smart and you understand what I'm talking about. When we have the cyst ballooning out, getting bigger, what am I compressing against? The tissue, the meat of the ovaries, right? Okay, good. So when I compress against the meat of the ovaries, when I compress against those tissue of the ovaries, I am compressing and pushing it in and pushing it in. I will lose the function of that ovary. So when I use Clomid without supervision of a doctor, those multiple cysts, big cysts, will push against the ovaries tissue, and I have a big chance to lose those ovaries. So I don't like to use Clomid. As long as you're ovulating, you have your menses every month. You're ovulating. So why would I need Clomid for? If I know the side effects are huge. So I can use it, moderate doses, under supervision. I stop it immediately if I see any cyst formation. Now, I don't use Clomid. I inhibit the ovaries for 3 months. I sensitize the ovaries for 3 months. And then I release the inhibition. I stop the inhibition. At this moment, the ovaries are very much starving for sperms. I'll give you an example. If you do not put salt in your food for the next 3 months, no more salt. You take your food with salt or Maggi, and now as of tomorrow, you stop the salt, you stop the Maggi, and you eat the food. The food will sound horrible because you're not used to food without salt. Day after day, you will get used to it. A month later, you can only eat food without salt because you are so much used to that. 3 months later, this is what you're used to, food without salt. What if 3 months and 1 day, I add a pinch of salt to your food? What would you feel? Wow, it tastes horrible. You will feel the salt taste immediately. And that is exactly what I'm doing. So if we starve the ovaries for 3 months, then suddenly we release the sperms, the woman will catch. This is not the only success stories. We have actually a lady that has put to bed a couple of days ago. Okay, I do not deliver in my clinic, but I'll just take care of the pregnancy and will be more than happy. Simple methods to get you pregnant. Now let's see another video, and that's 37 weeks and some days pregnant lady. We've been following her for some times, and she also had a problem with having a baby. And actually, let's please, if it's possible, we can play the second video if you have it. It would be great. Recording from here? Just record this screen. So, or you can record her stomach, it's fine, but no face. Okay? All right, so tell us now about this baby. How did you get this baby? How did you get there? That's not a question, right?
Holy Ghost. Holy Ghost. The baby's head.
No, yeah, this is the baby's head. Actually, we're taking a cross section in the baby's brain, and actually, we started working on her some time ago, no?
Yeah.
And then, alhamdulillah, now you're pregnant, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the baby is about to come out.
Yes.
No? So why don't you tell us here how did Dr. Solomon help you now? Huh? How did Dr. Solomon help you? Tell me now.
Tell me what to do and when to do it. It's a lot. You helped me a lot. Thank you. I'm so happy.
Well, gestational age where your BBD is about 37 weeks, 4 days, huh? You're about to give up. It's about to come out.
37.
57 weeks, 4 days. Let me do another measurement also. Okay, so now this is the baby's shoulder. He's giving us his back. Or what did I tell you the sex was the last time?
Male.
A male, right? So now we're gonna do the heart rate. This is the heart right there, right? This is the heart right there. Yeah, that was nice. Okay, that was very nice. So we see in the video, okay, and I wanted to share something else with you, but it seems like my time is out. I was a bit late with the traffic today. We'll make it up next week. I promise we'll be on time, inshallah. But nevertheless, that will come up to end of our discussion today about women infertility. To take 1 minute about male infertility, we don't have much problems with male, except the male only provide the sperms. So the sperms could be either low in number or low in function. This is the only two possibilities we have about the sperm. What makes the sperm low in number? The testes have to be affected, because this is where the sperms are made, in the testes. So what will make them bad in function? Well, we have some infection that reduce the motility and, mess up the sperms. So what is the first initial step in a man to evaluate a man? We have to do a spermogram. But keep in mind, the spermogram cannot be done when you haven't had sex for a month. The spermogram has to be done 4 days immediately after having sex. So this is the right time when I can make a spermogram, 4 days after having sex. Now, what is the function of the sperm? I said the sperm have to be very high in numbers, in millions, minimum 20 millions up to 350 millions or so. Why so high numbers? Because we lose so much of them during the process of getting to the ovaries. So I like to always give this advice. If you have a low sperm count, let me advise you, 2 pieces of garlic, raw garlic, you smash them very well. You smash them very well. You add them to 1 cup of yogurt. You mix them. You let them sit for an hour or 2, and then you drink every evening before you go to bed. Whatever time you want, it doesn't matter. Whatever time you want, as long as you remember, you take it every day. That is beside. If you have a problem, we'll discuss the male infertility issues, but this is just a quick tip for you. So when you come and see me next time, the sperms will be high enough for you to have a baby. Now again, like I said, enemy number 1 for infertility for women is chlamydia. The same thing for men. Enemy number 1 is chlamydia. So once we take care of all infectious causes, then we can move on to stimulation and have good, healthy, large number of sperms. This is one of the things. But we cannot really develop the number of sperms in the presence of infection, because infection is a killer of the sperms. So you have to clear the infection, then work on increasing the number for the sperms. Thank you very much, and have a beautiful evening.